What's up, guys?
What's going on?
Chilling. Thank you for having me.
Of course,
Thank you for being here.
Last time I was on here, there wasn't a camera, so I didn't get dressed up.
You
Actually,
look
I
good.
was just
Hey,
working
the-
on a fence before I came here.
The
You guys got-
the production has stepped up, right?
Yeah,
I mean, because we last spoke to you inside the old Rosewood. It wasn't the new one that you moved. We spoke it was the older one that was on Market, right?
Yeah, they're both on Market, but
Well,
yeah,
they're both on Market.
in the Mark, the building, that was way small. That was a long time ago.
We were in like the storage, like
yeah,
in
that
the
was probably
in the
like
back
6
room.
or 7 years ago, honestly.
Was that 828 Market or like 830 Market?
877 Market.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it might be less than that. I don't remember.
I'm gonna say it was like 2019.
Yeah, I'm not
when
sure.
we did that.
But yeah, yeah, we were there for probably maybe like a year or two after that, and then we ran out of space, so we had to move to a new spot.
A bigger space. It was
Yeah,
it was a lot bigger.
Yeah, a lot bigger.
Yeah, and then you got like the studio, like apartment thing up in the top where you guys were doing all the creative and like
Yeah, like we were
social
trying
media
to
stuff.
expand a lot. Like we're getting really ambitious. I was trying to like change the direction of it from more of like a shoe store into something that was more streetwear art focused. And it just happened to be that someone offered me a buyout, and I took the money and ran basically. And I got hired at the Museum of Contemporary Art, and they basically are now paying me to do what I want to do there, like create products, get my vision out. It's cool just to have like an unlimited budget to make what you want, as opposed to me nickel and diming and stuff, making 25 shirts at a time just because that's all I could afford.
Yeah, I mean, you sold a company, and then now you're just like on some like free range shit right now doing.
Yeah,
what you
pretty
want.
much. Pretty much. Yeah.
That's huge. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a huge accomplishment.
I work with artists like Persue, trying to get like products into the store, and then like making collaborative products. So like I have to talk to like the Warhol Foundation, and then talk to like Basquiat's estate and try to make stuff with them.
That's got to be like huge conversations of like
Yeah.
big budget stuff
Kind of a pain
going
in the
on
ass
right there.
sometimes, yeah.
I imagine. Yeah, but Basquiat's aren't really like easy to come by unless you're like Jay-Z or something like
Yeah,
that.
like
right?
I'll make something. I'll be like, this looks so cool. Like this would sell. They'd be like, oh, that's cool. Yeah. We're not gonna do that with you. I'm
So
like,
is your background in graphic design?
It's in fine art.
Okay.
I went to school for business entrepreneurship, and then I actually double majored with fine art, and then I went to grad school for fine art too. So my background's mainly in painting, but I took a lot of graphic design classes. So like I kind of, that's how you make money. You know what I mean? Like if you're like just doing like oil paintings, like you're not selling that many of those, you know. But
Yeah,
like
it's
someone will
old
pay
school.
for a graphic from you all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
sure
just
when you're
describe my
creating
life,
too.
bro.
Right?
Like I'm like over here trying to sell my art, like hustle off these t-shirts, these 25 t-shirts.
Yeah.
And then somebody's like, "Yeah, but can you do my logo for me?" I'm like, "Fuck, all right, a bag, fine."
Yeah, you got to pay the bill
Yeah,
somehow, right?
yeah,
Like might as
yeah.
well. Yeah.
I want to hire myself to do that shit.
Yeah. And that's why I'm trying to get you in the museum too. Trying to get your stuff there.
I didn't know I could
I'm trying
talk
to get
about that.
everyone on, right?
But bless you for saying that, bro.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Nah, he
But
put on
that's
so many
awesome.
San
Yeah,
Diego
Stillo
legends
did that.
already. Bro, I seen Persue there the other day. Michelle, Mr. B Baby's like
Yeah.
stuffy is in there. Like Georgina's jewelry is in there. Like,
Yeah.
bro, legendary.
Yeah. Mr. B Baby, Michelle has a event on February 16th, I believe, and then Georgina has one on I want to say April 14th. I have to double check on that,
Dope.
but yeah, those are all pretty cool events.
Super dope.
Yeah, those
are
do little panels with
incredible
them too.
artists.
Yeah.
Who I've been fortunate enough to like work closely with. Like when I was managing 1835, I got Michelle to come through and paint the garage door where like me, Play Bonsai, and Porfida, we had like a screen printing shop like in the back of that space. I think you
Yeah, I've
checked
been
it
there
out
before,
before.
yeah.
And then they like covered all those murals up. Like
Whack.
yeah, after I left,
Aw,
like they
man.
covered them all up. They never said one thing. Like I never saw like a thank you to the artist or whatever for letting them rock. But then
Yeah,
the
that's
warehouse that I'm at now with SD Custom Footwear, Michelle painted like a massive self portrait. It's like a full story tall. Like
Is that the one in Logan?
yeah, it's on
Okay.
Commercial Street.
Yeah, I've seen that one actually. I get my shirts made through Jay from 5 and a Dime over there.
Yeah,
I
so
see
that's,
that.
we
So
share the warehouse.
oh, really? I
like,
didn't even
yeah.
know that. I go
Yeah.
there like every week or so.
Pull up on me. I'm
Yeah, I
next
didn't
door.
even know that. I thought that you were at a different spot down
I'm
there.
in Suite B.
I'm only a couple blocks away. But it's funny because like, yeah, I pulled up
No,
and
I'm
I
still
saw.
a good faith too.
Oh, okay,
Like
okay.
that's where my office is, but I just work with them. Like that's why I do a lot of stuff.
I saw like Michelle's piece on the side of the building while I was pulling up, and I was like, "What the fuck? Like, I didn't even know this was over here." And then for Georgina's, like when you showed me her sample T-shirt, I texted her. I was like, what the hell? Like, small world. How does everyone know each other here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, shit. I was like a youngster, just running around like 8th and G, like interning at headquarters with Robert, and then like, I mean, I'd always been going into like 5 and a Dime, and just Jay's a Virgo, so I gravitated towards him. Like, just bestow some game upon me, sir.
The stars brought us together.
And then I would go into Bland's, and Jules would be like, "Man, don't even talk to him. He's not gonna buy shit." Like, and I'd be like, "Fuck you!" But like, I
One
got
day
mad
I
respect for
will.
Jules. And I mean, Jules, like, you know, DJing Hickeys and Dry Humps, and like, just seeing everybody. Still got mad love, mad respect for everybody in that sort of streetwear industry. It taught me a lot. I got to work at the Attic.
It's crazy
You know what
because
I mean?
like from like all those people that are on 8th and G and in the Attic and everything, like, even when you're talking about Sporty LA earlier, like we all knew each other because like we were all coming up at the same time.
Yeah.
So like me and Jules and like Malante and like Flo and
Yeah.
all those guys, we were all like the same age. So like we'd hang out outside of working, and then like we all had common interests. It's just crazy to see like the evolution of all those guys
You look
too.
so
Most
young.
definitely.
Yeah, thanks. It's because I'm a part Asian, so I don't.
Okay.
So I stay looking young. I'm 37 though.
Okay. Same age.
not bad.
85?
85.
Me too.
Yep.
There you go.
Sagittarius.
Nope.
Um,
And I'm
Almost
not,
there. There was like
I'm not
over
going to
3
tell
for
you
3,
what I
but-
am because we have a bad rap.
okay. Oh, you're Gemini, huh? Yeah, I knew it. My girlfriend's a Gemini.
That
It's
makes
crazy.
2 of
But
us.
I'm a double Libra, so I feel like it balances me out a little bit. And, we get a bad rap, but
There's no
y'all
Gemini,
love us, though.
no
For
Gemini
real.
slander
We're
on
the
this
best.
podcast. No Gemini slander
Yeah,
on this
yeah,
podcast.
You guys aren't
This is a
crazy.
safe space
Team,
for Gemini.
Team Gemini. Hey.
So what's up, Dante? What's up, man?
Man.
You've just been putting on for the city, bro, since day
I'm just
one.
living life right now. Like, when people say, like, I'm living my best life,
Yeah.
like, I'm trying to do that right now.
You're on your Kourtney Kardashian right now? You got
Basically, I told,
Yeah.
hey, when does this air, actually, before I say something?
soon, like in a couple weeks.
In a
Like
couple
2
weeks.
weeks.
Yeah.
2 weeks. But I signed an not NDA, NDA, so I can't say it. But let's just say that I'm on a really big game show, and I win a bunch of stuff. But I'll announce that. But I can't say which one.
Family Feud or what?
Yeah. I won't say which one. I would love to be on Family Feud. But like,
Saw Steve in
Let's
the-
make a
yeah.
deal.
but dude, hey, you're getting.
We're gonna talk
warm.
outside
You're
after
getting
the
warm.
episode.
After I sold my store, like I've just been like just trying to do anything I want.
You're the
to.
Bachelor.
Yeah.
You are the Bachelor.
Yeah,
You win a
exactly.
bunch of women.
Yeah, I'm like just like let's book that vacation. Let's go here. Like just having a grand old time. But yeah, like career wise, like working at the museum, like working with these artists that like I never thought I would be able to. Like it's cool, and it's also humbling to see like how much work and like how much effort they put in everything. Like it's nice to be around that type of stuff.
I feel like it's very detail oriented.
Yes.
When you go from working, you running your own business, but you're starting from the ground up, and so with the money, sometimes you lack the capacity to be able to really elevate your business by
Yeah.
like having metrics and
Yeah.
being able to have the tools that could really grow your business. And
For
so
sure.
seeing that aspect of it must just totally have opened your eyes and your perspective as to just what you can do.
Yeah, because like when I had my own businesses, like I was concerned with like the image of it and like basically like how I was going to survive each month and still expand. But like when you go to this bigger company and you see how much money they have and you see like how they're spending it and how smart they are with it, and like I'm like, okay, next time I open another business, I'm going to be way more prepared than I was this last time. You know what I mean?
Trials and tribulations.
Yeah,
right?
Man, I remember when you had that donut shop on Park.
Yeah, that donut shop sucked. I hated doing that thing.
I've heard that shit's hard. But you also have like a super, not you particularly, but like with a donut shop, the cost of making a donut is like less than a penny.
Yeah, it's
And you
super
sell it
cheap.
for like $3-4.
It would have been
like-
the best business ever if our head baker had like life-threatening surgery 2 days before our grand opening.
Oh no!
And so we had to have our like assistant baker step into the role of the head baker, and the head baker was going to manage everything. I was just going to be behind the scenes, like kind of like just like playing with the money and making sure like everything did okay. But it thrusted me into the role of a manager of a donut shop, which I have no food experience at all. So I was waking up at 4 a.m., sometimes earlier, working at this donut shop. After that, going to Rosewood, staying there till like 9, and just repeating that every day. And the cost of a donut's a cent, but you're only making $1 off it or something like that, or $2. So you have to sell 1,000 donuts for it to really make it worth it. And I was just having like a nervous breakdown during that. But we ended up finding a company that bought it from us and then turned it into like a pizza shop because they wanted all of our equipment and they wanted like all of our permits. So I got out of it, but there was a point where I was like, I would go to the donut shop, and then after I would go to Rosewood and I would go lay on the ground in the back and just be like, I can't do this anymore.
Fetal position, like
basically. And now I like hate donuts. Like I
was gonna
like
ask.
If someone's like gives me a donut, I'm like, I'll look at it and be like, I don't know about all this.
You get PTSD from donuts.
Yeah, like I've taste tested so many donuts that I was like, I can't do this anymore. Yeah,
that's crazy.
So like, if you plan on opening a donut shop, just don't do it.
Or get like a head baker that does not have
or just don't do it.
Or just don't do it. Or get like a baker that's like on one of these Netflix shows going crazy.
Yeah,
just making these pastries and shit, right?
Get one of those kids from the cooking shows there.
Yeah, right. You know, it's just like that's how it'll work.
Yeah.
Okay, man, spit some more game. Come on, or Will, if you got a question.
I was gonna ask
Dante,
because like
I feel like there's so much shit you could tell us without us even having to ask.
Like he's like businesses on businesses on
I want to know,
so
being that you were so heavily involved in shoes, like what's your opinion on like the shoe game like right now? In this state,
it's kind of it's struggling.
I was gonna say
from like a resale standpoint, like there's just too many people that are doing it, and it kind of drives the price down.
Yeah.
But then also like companies like Nike, they see that people are buying every release and reselling them, so they release so many pairs that it's getting very oversaturated, and there's less cool shoes that are like sought after. So like for a while, Jordan 1s and Dunks, like you'd see every person wearing those, and they were
wearing them right now.
Yeah, exactly. But they're hard to get, right?
Yeah.
So like everyone wanted that shoe, and if you saw someone wearing those, you were like, that guy had to either pay a lot or he had to try really hard to get them or something like that. But now like everyone has them, and since everyone is selling them also and trying to be like this reseller, it's just really hurting it. And I'm not really into it as much as I used to be. Like I'll buy ones for myself, but I'm not trying to pay $300, $400 for a pair of shoes I would have a couple years ago.
Are you still flipping shoes?
Every once in a while, like if I just happen to get lucky and I get a pair, I'll flip it. Like I had a pair of Yeezy 950s, which are like the boots.
Yeah.
And I just, when Kanye started going crazy, I was like, I'm gonna get rid of these. And someone paid me like $1,500 for them. Like I can't hate on that. Like, but like most of the pairs I have, I'll buy them and I just wear them.
Do you think the Yeezy stock will go up or down, being that he's not with Adidas anymore?
It's weird because the ones that will have the Yeezy signs on them will be kind of more sought after because they won't be making them anymore. Like in the future, you won't see those, but you'll have to wait until people wear them now for those ones that are dead stock to be worth something. So it could take years. Yeah. And I feel like people are like holding on to them. They're anticipating that. Mm-hmm. I don't think the Yeezys that are coming out that are without the Yeezy branding are going to do very well.
No, they won't.
Because they were already kind of falling off before, and now, like, I'm sure that they'll be sitting on shelves. Well, I see some on sale too.
They were already trying to do that when they had him there. Yeah. Still, like they were already trying to like copy and like.
Would
do
you
a bunch
personally
of shit like
wear a pair of Yeezys?
It depends on which ones. Like, I'm about comfort, so maybe I wear like if someone gave me a pair of Yeezy slides, I'll wear them around my house. Yeah. I'm not gonna like wear them.
The 360s.
What's the most comfortable pair of Yeezys you think, or the top?
Oh, the original like 350s. Like they're super comfortable. They're like
not the version 2s.
Not the version 2s. The version 1s were like pillows. Like the version 2s
those ones.
are kind of like narrow in the toe, So like you have to size down in it. So there's a lot of
factors into that. Yeah.
Have you ever had like the Air Yeezys?
Yeah, I have. I had a pair of the Yeezy 1s and the Yeezy 2s. At one point, this woman came into the store and she was like, I'm selling my boyfriend's sneaker collection. And we were like, oh, does he just want to get rid of him? And she's like, no, he's in jail for like 10 years. Like, I have to get rid of him. And I was like, oh, okay. And so I was like, what shoes are they? She whips out every Yeezy Nike pair that he has. And those are all like, like $5,000 to $10,000 pairs.
The Red Octobers.
Red Octobers,
like
Platinums, all those. And then she also had like really sick clothes.
Hey, man. Appreciate you again.
Yeah.
Edit. Show the sweater.
Later.
San Diego's on it. We back, baby.
Edit.
Dice rolling motherfucking radio.
Denim Brothers today.
I didn't get the memo. You know what?
You should pull it up in the should pull up in the what do they call it, the Canadian tuxedo.
Canadian tux.
The Canadian tux and all denim.
The light denim on denim though. That was
So we took a little break. We had to say goodbye to Persue. But
Persue, man.
We were talking about the shoes.
So tell us what happened.
Yeah.
So girl comes in. She got every pair of Yeezy, the Red Octobers.
So she has all the Yeezys. She has like all this super old Supreme stuff. That's like the first Supreme North Face jacket and stuff like that. It goes for like $3,000, stuff like that.
Yeah, those are fun.
And I'm like, how much do you want for it? And she was like, I don't know, like $3,000. I was like, okay, like I got it. And one of the guys that worked for me, Emil, he was like, can I get the jacket? And I was like, yeah, go ahead. So he like sprints to the bank to go get money too. So we buy all these pairs off of her, and it took me like a day to resell them. And it was like, I don't know, maybe $17,000 turnaround within like a day.
Wow.
But yeah, I was like, I kept on like trying to reassure myself, or talking to her. I was like, he's in jail, right? Or prison or whatever. And
Like,
I was
does he know?
No.
Like he's not going to come
Definitely
here.
not. I was like, he's not going to get out anytime soon, right? And they're like, no. She's like, no. Because like that was my number one worry, would be that like he comes out, he comes up to me like, give me my shoes back. And
So imagine
I'd be like, oh yeah, I guess.
Imagine he went to jail because you like did some shit because someone like took his Supreme jacket.
Yeah,
or
like,
something.
like you find out later, like
You find out later, like
He
Yeah.
smoked somebody for some
smoked
Yeezys.
somebody for some
I'm
fucking
just like,
hype piece of
dang,
Nikes
like,
or some shit.
that you do your dude like that is just so wild.
Maybe
to
she was
me.
trying to get some bail money.
No,
Yeah,
it was
that
like
might have been it.
commissary
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Yo, 3-4 racks in commissary
Maybe
go
he's
a
had
long way.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro.
There's always crazy stories like that. Like there were shady people in the store like constantly, like either
imagine.
like trying to sell stolen stuff. I had a guy that stole a pair of shoes from me and then tried to come back and sell me that pair of shoes. And like he had a giant Benjamin Franklin tattoo on his neck. Like I didn't notice, and he like handed me the shoes, and I was like,
Did you just take him?
yeah, I
and
put
tell
him in
to
the back.
leave?
I put him in the back. I go, I know you stole these from me. I'm just gonna take these back. And he was like, okay, word. I was like, 'cause I told him I was like, I won't call the police or anything. And he's like, okay, word. And then he actually became like a cool dude that would come by, like
He was testing your gangster.
yeah, exactly. He was like, I didn't narc on him. Like he's like, all right, cool. I was like, we could be friends now. Yeah. I forget his name, but yeah, he's taking him on all the time.
That's funny. Man.
What a story,
Shoe
man.
game.
I'm about to say you probably have a lot of those kind of stories being like around downtown. See characters like that all the time. People just coming by.
It's gotten a lot
It's
crazier
rowdy.
right now.
Yeah, I'm about to say like homeless and then people and like just crazy people in general are at all time high in downtown.
My boyfriend lived on top of the House of Blues
Oh, wow.
for like 11 years.
Oh wow, that's a
And-
loud area.
And when we started dating, like sometimes I would go to his place, or first of all, finding parking when you live downtown, wild. And then you add the element of surprise of some random crazy person around the corner that you're not even
Yeah.
expecting.
And you're by the trolley too, by that.
And the trolley, I mean, I've literally just like been walking 3:00 in the afternoon and just seeing people smoking crack, like out in the open, like a cigarette, you know, or just like being like completely drugged out with a needle still in their arm in a wheelchair.
This segues into a great conversation that Dante and I have had, and it's a really interesting debate. I feel like you having like spent so much time working downtown, living downtown, and like same with me, like experiencing that sort of lifestyle. You remember when we were doing the pull up and eat, like homeless feeding thing?
Yeah.
And you gave me some advice that like always stuck with me. You were like, bro, like all the trash from that shit is left out on the streets like the next day.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, like.
And you probably know
so
that by
true.
being a business.
Because he walks this.
Well, I live in
like,
Sherman Heights,
Oh,
so like
shit.
I walk through the thick of it every day, and people come from like all over town, and they're like, "Yeah, we're gonna go feed the homeless," and I'm like, "That's nice that you're doing that," but like every time they would come, it would just be chaos and a mess left for days, and I'm like
trays or
like trays, whatever, and I used to be like, at least make them clean it up after or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I used to tell, it's like I don't want to sound like inhumane or anything, like don't feed the homeless or anything like that.
No,
but I'm saying, like,
it was advice in the sense that we took that and we like even AG was there with me. Will came a couple of times. We would have these trash bags like people would eat. We go back, we clean everything up. All the pizza boxes we would like smash them, and the restaurant let us use their dumpster to like throw the pizza boxes in at the end. So we'd have trash bags, all the pizza boxes. We just take all that shit, dump it off in the dumpster, and it was like we just came and left. People got to eat, and it was like, damn, like people don't think about how much of an impact that makes. Like,
yeah,
There's crazy
I
people
still
too,
hate
like,
littering. Like,
you
I don't
try
know.
and feed them, and they're like, "Nah, I'm vegetarian." I'm like, "What?"
Oh, well,
Yeah, you see
That
some
part.
wild shit when we were doing
I've had that
that.
happen. I had a guy throw a burger at my car.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
no, there was a couple times when the people would just be like, "Nah, we're good."
Yeah,
Like either they just
Yeah.
got fed or they were just
Yeah.
too high or whatever. Some people that had like fucked up gums and teeth and shit, like they couldn't
Can't
eat
eat.
like hard things like apples or pizza.
Yeah.
So
I get into like these debates about the homeless on Twitter all the time. Like I have a burner Twitter account too, so like no one knows it's me. But it's about like how all these high rises start getting built downtown where all the homeless people lived, and they were spread out, so people didn't notice it as much. But then they're like forcing them all like east right now, so they're all on 17th Street, and like it looks way worse than it used to be, but it's still bad. It's always been bad, but now it's just like I think people are starting to notice it a little bit more.
I think it's kind of a migration thing too. Like people, like they continuously get displaced.
Yeah.
You know, so they'll, okay, like the cops aren't kicking us off the bridge. Like they're gonna stay here a couple days, and then they are like, and then they got to go somewhere else.
Yeah. They just like rotate bridges all the time, or like they'll go to a different spot downtown, and you know it's something that like obviously we can't fix right away. It's like it's systematic really. And sad, and I don't really want to get into it.
No, for sure.
On a lighter note.
Well, I mean, like where my art studio is right there, and
Yeah.
that's why I've always thought, okay, this is like we should feed the homeless. Like it's bad.
Well, these
it
are
sucks,
community
you know, but-
issues,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah,
Like,
I
we
think it's
should be
important.
discussing them.
Yeah.
And we should be discussing them because they are a fucking bummer.
Yeah.
And that's why people don't want to talk about it,
Yeah, that's
right?
true.
And then it's
Or
gonna
deal
turn
with
into
it.
like Los Angeles, where it's just like they try to cover it up, but it's like you
Yeah.
can't cover it up anymore. It's
Yeah.
just it's too big now.
It's important to be conscious about these things. And, yeah, it's hard, but, like, I actually admire that you guys still go out and do that. And then you remembered something someone said to you and
Yeah.
put it into practice.
I don't know. Have you met James? He works with me at Rottweiler.
Yeah, I've met him.
He and I went on Thanksgiving to go feed the homeless. And like we didn't really like, it wasn't like an event. We
Yeah,
just like
just went.
we were just like we linked up Thanksgiving morning and we were like doing inventory and stuff, and then I was like, bro, like I have all this like all these food trays. I was like, we could just go get like the I don't know 5-pound platter or whatever, or like pound of like beans and rice and stuff. So we got that and we just like gave it out. We just had like a little spot. Like I don't know, people just kind of came, got it, and then we cleaned up and dipped. Like
I like when people like do it without like announcing it, like,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
like making it like a big deal that they're like helping them. Like that's
hey,
it's
look at
admirable.
us. We feed
Absolutely.
the homeless.
Yeah.
No, I feel like Jay from like Five and a Dime like kind of like told me that one day, and I was like, yeah, like let's just go do it. Like we don't even have to like make it a thing. Like we'll just go do it. You know. Well, it's not really for the show of it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah,
I guess I'm talking about it now, but it's like it's just an addition to what we were already talking about. You know.
My mom makes them cookies every year. She goes and makes cookies like by herself, and then goes and passes them out to all the people on the overpass in Sherman Heights.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
Dang. Well, and are you from Sherman Heights?
I live there now. I've been there for about 12 years. I'm originally from Stockton.
Oh, but that's a long time.
Yeah. So I've seen it. Like that's why I know what's going on over there, because I feel like that's where it's most centralized.
It's a community.
Yeah, exactly. So I have to see it.
That's
Just do your part, you know? Everyone's out here just trying to do what they can. You know, you can't solve the problem or fix it all like by yourself. So
it's like the same
can.
It's like, not to cut you off, bro, but like the same spectrum of what he does at the museum, like connecting people and building a community, harboring a community.
That's
But
true.
it's like how do we try to do it for everybody that's out here? And just
I
like
think
level
it's-
the playing field a
I
little
think
bit.
you guys are doing the right thing. I mean, like with your clothing brand, and Will, you guys met, like, and have been friends and have worked on so many cool projects together, and like started DJing, and that leads you to other relationships, and then those people are doing some cool shit, and it's just you become a little bridge builder.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what's happened tonight, right? Because I knew him from the Attic back in the day, and working with Persue, and now everything just comes together.
now we're doing a
here.
podcast. You know? Like, damn,
Exactly.
that's crazy. Like, and you've been on this podcast before,
Yeah.
too. So it's just like a whole lot of stuff that just like
What was the last
comes together.
episode you were on? Do you remember?
Oh, dude, I don't
You know, it's what you had mentioned. I was trying to figure out who
It's like
the other
season
guy
2, right?
was. It was a season 2 one because we were doing we were jumping around, going to different shops or different stores that we went to like Rerun when it was at Plaza Bonita. We went to Rosewood, then we went to this one over in PB.
The vintage shop?
Nah,
Or
the
Prospect?
Prospect, yes. Went to Prospect up in PB. And I don't know if there was another one, but like those are the ones that I remember that were highlighted. But you had mentioned somebody. I think it was he had a beard.
Oh, Elliot.
Elliot, yeah, he was on the last one too.
I remember.
So I just remember he was a character, and we were just like, that was the last episode. A lot of the conversations, he was going off saying some funny shit.
Man, I remember him going like crazy on it the whole time. I was like, oh shit, like.
Go back and watch that. It's in the discographies is somewhere. It's pretty funny, but that
we were
that
sitting
episode
like
was
the
cool.
back of the shop.
Yeah.
Like all the walls were like shoes, like as high as you
I
could.
remember I was
basically,
mentioning. I was like, dude, these are like, holy shit,
sides.
these are fucking like the new Yeezys that just came out, and like, oh, that's a Supreme sweater over there. Like that was cool. That was cool.
Well, I think it'd be
Fly
cool
shit.
to see Dice Roll or maybe at a museum.
Ooh, I actually thought about that when I was coming in. How tight
damn.
that would be, right?
Yeah.
We do a live one.
Yeah. I wonder if they would allow that. I think I could try to make
I
that
feel
work.
like it's a form of art.
Yeah, right? It's
Well,
good promotion.
It's multimedia, which
Yeah.
isn't art.
I always say,
exactly.
just give us an outlet. You know what I mean? And we'll plug in, and here we are. And we'll pull up. My guy's got
We
the camera
out
right here.
Hey,
We
we're
got
mobile.
all that. We are mobile. Shit. We've proven
And that was really what we kind of wanted to do when we talked about, just incorporating us into the new year. And we wanted to take that approach, right? To use Dice Roll as a form of supporting local businesses. So maybe 3 months we'll do it, at Staxx, and then we'll move on to another business and, kind of change our space. And I think that shifts energy too. So it's
Yeah.
always nice to have a reset.
For sure. I feel like this is an extension of what we do. So I feel like you're doing Dice Roller, even out there at work. Like when I'm doing my shit. Earlier today, I was looking at these graphics, and they're it was those dice on fire that we did in blue.
I like that one.
Tangerine
Used it
at
for a
El
poster,
Camino.
no? You used it for a cover? Or
One of the
poster?
covers for sure. You know which ones I'm talking about?
I know. Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. The blue. Yeah, it was a blue fire.
So I like flip the colors.
Isn't it the shirt?
Yeah.
Yeah, you made
yeah.
the shirt until it was the blue one.
Oh, but it's like that colorway, like that black and red.
Okay, yeah, I remember that one too.
What about it though?
Man, I was like this close to like printing a hoodie with that set of dice on it. It was like a black hoodie, but I accidentally the computer program that I was using, I forgot to reverse it.
Oh.
So when I printed it, everything was like backwards. And I looked at the letters and I was like, wow, these collegiate letters, you could just like kind of rotate them, and then like they would say the same thing like upside down.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Like mirrored almost.
Yeah.
'Cause it's mirrored.
But like the capital R would be backwards. I was like, damn, like everything like the O, the I, like it was crazy.
Did you make that one?
Well, it's like printed, but it's backwards. So I didn't print it. But then I have one. But when I got back over there to the print shop, I printed a sample for the homie, and then I just bounced.
Yeah, very rare Rottweiler shirt.
Yeah, it's sitting there like waiting to get printed.
January coming to an end. You know, we got the whole year. You got a lot of stuff stacked up over at the museum. What's like, I mean, you got NDAs going on and all that, but what's something that, like, what's something big that you could like drop that's coming this year,
or something that's happening at the museum?
Yeah, something.
There's a couple like big shows that are going on. Cynthia Alvarez Munoz is our next big one. She's she's like almost like a Warhol like era artist. I think she's having like our main room. Then we also have the Georgina Trevino pop up. The what's the other one? Alex Yanes. He's gonna be doing this big one. He's out of Miami. He does these really huge, beautiful wood artworks, and they're all painted. They look really nice. He's gonna be doing a series of like 18 pieces for us. Whoa. Limited edition. You can only buy it there. And then he'll do like a little panel. That's like our next big one.
When
and then
is that?
That's gonna be in July.
Oh, okay.
But then the one coming up is Mr. B Baby.
Oh yeah.
Michelle. So hers is gonna be on February 16th. She made this really cool plush toy of her logo or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
the
Chucho.
And it's like only made for the museum, where it has a little beret and a paintbrush, and it says MCASD on
that's
toe.
Like the blue monster, no?
It's
a
like
bunch of different
piñata.
colors.
Yeah, it was okay. I think I know which one you guys are talking about now. No, that one's fly. I remember that was the one I was on the garage. That was another one that was on the garage on 1835.
And she was in Japan, and she was like putting him in different
Yeah.
spots
Super
in
sick.
Japan, and I was like, oh my god, she's so cool.
Yeah. Like, how awesome is that? Just to be traveling the world and like
Yeah.
putting up your artwork.
Just draw some shit in
I'll
a
do
different
it. I'll
country.
do it.
She's so nice.
I can't draw.
I've seen her a couple times out. And she's so nice and welcoming, and it's just like so happy to talk to people.
For sure, she's super cool. Have you ever been to Japan before?
That is my dream place to go.
Yeah.
My entire life since I was a kid, I've had this like obsession with it. Like I'll have dreams that I get to Japan, and I wake up in my dream and I realize I'm there, and I'm just crying because I'm just so happy, like I made it, you know. But in my dream,
Yeah, I got you.
it's a lot cheaper.
Yeah, exactly.
But one day, I definitely plan on going. But I am going to Europe this summer, and that's why I'm not going to Japan.
Ooh, that's nice. That's
So
dope.
I'm, it's up there in the bucket list.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Have you guys ever been to Japan or anything?
No.
It's like going to the future. Like, so like when she's painting that stuff there, that's like got to be like I don't know, like so fulfilling. You know what I mean?
I've always wanted to go forever.
Yeah, I'm sure everybody wants to go to Japan. Like,
Yeah.
that's just like inspired by like art.
There are some
You know,
people
or
who
just,
legit
like-
don't want to go to Japan, and I'm like,
I feel like people don't want to go
Gotta go.
because it's just those are people like overwhelm themselves with like traveling in
That's
general.
incredible.
It's just,
I've
like,
always
yeah.
wanted to go.
I want to go to Japan. Just I mean, like it's worth going over there. Just like everything that they like have culture wise alone. Just like why not?
so different every place you go to in Japan too.
I'm trying to go to the Philippines. Like if I'm trying to anywhere in Asia, shit, fuck it. Like
Have you been to the Philippines?
no, that's what I'm saying. I want to go out there or.
You said you were aged.
I'm Filipino. Are you
Oh,
Filipino?
okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've never been there either.
That's what I'm saying. Like I gotta go there. I want to go to Japan. Shit, let's go to Beijing too, or
Yeah.
South Korea. I'm down for Thailand, wherever. You know,
Yeah.
like I want to go around anywhere around that area. Shit, I'm trying to go to Europe too. You know, I'm
Yeah,
trying to go
fuck
to
it.
Europe.
Let's go.
But
It's good to travel because then you have different perspective. You meet so many different people. When you're here, you just feel like this is your world, you
Yeah.
know? But then when you leave, you realize, like, nah, the world is so much bigger.
It's a nice little like reset. You're
Yeah.
like, oh shit, like
it is definitely good
Yeah.
to travel. I want to travel.
I mean,
more,
I'm a
too.
tropical
Trying to
person
go.
myself,
That's like one of my
so I'm
biggest.
down for the Philippines.
That's something I'm definitely trying to do more this year, and if not more, and bring it on to more. Just like save up to go and travel more.
Have you
That's,
traveled
like,
with your
my-
kids at all yet?
Like not out of the states, no, but like we've gone to like like Vegas.
How old are they?
7 and 3. Yeah, so it's like kind of like a tender age for like young kids to move around.
Yeah, for sure.
So, but they've been to like Vegas. They've been to like up and down California, New Mexico, and so they've moved around. So
I feel like that's one of my goals this year is to really see more of this country, because I feel like whenever I could travel, I just want to always get the fuck out of San Diego or like
Definitely.
the States in general.
Yeah.
But now I feel like there's so many beautiful parts of this country, and I mean I've gone to like New York and been on the East Coast and traveled up north and stuff, Washington. But like I want to drive. I want to see national forests.
Road
Do you
trips
ever go to Mexico?
Oh, 100%.
Okay.
I love going to Mexico.
Yeah.
I love Mexico.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got my Century card. I'm back and forth all the time.
Oh,
Have you gone
shit.
to like a different state in Mexico yet?
Yeah, for sure. I've been to Mexico City.
Oh my god.
Mexico City is awesome.
It's the best.
Mexico City is like, that's what like Europe is, but in Mexico.
They have a train, an underground train, so it's easy to get around there. It's actually really cool.
So super affordable too.
Yes,
you can
100%.
Ubers are like $1.50 anywhere within the city.
Oh,
Did you
damn.
guys get to go out to Teotihuacan when you were there?
No, I don't think so. Where's that at?
I think that's like the largest Mayan ruin closest to
Oh,
Mexico City,
yeah, I
but
got you.
not in like El Zócalo,
Okay.
which there's another site there. But it's really, really big. It has like the Pyramid of the Sun and the Moon.
Okay.
It's about like 2.5, 3 hour drive from Mexico City.
I've seen people take pictures of those,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, that's like one of the 8th wonders of the world, right?
I think Chichen Itza is. I don't know about Teotihuacan. Maybe I could be wrong.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So
yeah,
wonder.
Mexico City's ill. I love Mexico City.
Yeah.
Dice roller,
you guys
motherfucking
have any more
radio.
questions for Dante?
Oh.
Dante, you got anything to promote?
I
Anything
think I
else that you want
promoted
you
it.
probably think
Enough already.
Oh,
but
is there
yeah,
anything
come
else
to
you want to promote?
Come to the Museum of Contemporary Art. We always have new shows, new
Ask
products.
for Dante.
Ask for Dante.
You can shop there. shopmcast.com. Yeah, I guess that's
Socials,
it.
got anything? I want the people.
My name is @Dante Rowley on everything except PlayStation, where it's Honey Blunt Bandit.
And Twitter. And Twitter.
And my Twitter burner account. But if you want to play Call of Duty with me, I'm always on.
All right, there it is.
Oh, you're so fucking cool, man. I love you, Dante.
Yeah, bro. Thank you for coming on again, man. This is all. It was a pleasure, bro.
Hey, thanks for having me. I'm sorry that we talked about the homeless for so long and that.
No,
I mean, it's important stuff to talk about, but I
Yeah,
mean,
I
like,
got you.
if there's no one talking about it, we're talking about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, shout out to Persue. Dice Roller Radio, episode 70.
Dice
Good
Roller
one. I feel like
motherfucking
everybody
radio.
got a lot out of it. What do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, these are two people that I admire that we had on as guests tonight.
So crazy.
Surrounded by our friends, close friends.
Hey,
shout out
shout out
Tony
to-
for
on the
providing
ones and
the
Yeah,
twos
Tony was out here
All night.
DJing on fucking vinyl the
He-
entire
he
Shout
night.
out
played
to
so long,
Will.
I was like,
Shout out Mara.
That's right.
Man, shout out Persue, Dante, AG.
shout out George.
Shout out to everybody, of course, listening, tuned in, all the old listeners and new. This has been another episode of Dice Roll Radio inside Staxx Lofi. Thank you again to all the subscribers and listeners. This is Dice Roll Radio, sponsored by MJ. Go check them out.
Dice
You see the
Roller
bags.
10.
You see the bags. Episode 7, thank you for tuning in.
Peace.
Shout out
Hey.
Dice Roller Radio.